What's up, guys? It's your girl Kai, and today we have a very special guest, Madoxx Davis, better known as Ox. Ox has been the offense MVP from 8U and up. Ox has been 2021 and 2022 FBU GMSAA national champion. He is a track star and an amazing baseball player. So welcome, Ox.
Thank you for having me.
Ox, welcome, baby. Good to have you here. Cool thing about you being here, you're our first inaugural guest of this show. So awesome way to start it off. You're going to make history today. So glad to have you.
It's an honor.
All right, guys, before we get the show started, we always do something. We're going to make it a ritual to always say what we're thankful for in toast, right? You guys you got your beverage of choice. We all got some water, H2O. So I'll start it off. Let me move my mic here. And I'll give the first toast. I'm super thankful for the opportunity to continue to push the message of what I believe kids need to know. Public speaking, managing fear, getting knowledge and information to you guys that I think is going to benefit you down the road. We don't want to wait till you guys get way down the road to figure out public speaking and some of the things that go along with it. So I'm thankful for your parents. I'm thankful to God. I'm just thankful for everybody for this opportunity to be a part of the show with you guys. So that's what I'm thankful for.
I am very thankful to just be here, and I'm thankful to be able to learn more about you, and I'm thankful to just have this opportunity.
Nice.
I want to say that I'm thankful first for you having me here. I'm also thankful for my parents. They brought me here, got me to where I'm at. And last of all, I want to thank God for the gift he bestowed upon me.
Absolutely. Let's drink to that. Cheers, guys.
Yes, sir.
So I figured Ox would be a good place to start, other than the viral moment that just happened at the Under Armour camp. Tell me about that route, the top of it, the way you broke it down, and the amazing finish with the catch. Kind of walk us through just the camp itself and everything that went into that.
So, to start, I was having an okay camp, not doing so well, and I know that they were giving out MVPs.
Absolutely.
So I was thinking to myself, I got to do something, got to make a little difference, show out a little bit. So going into that route, lining up, I saw him, he was playing back. So I'm like, got to get on his toes.
Yes.
Make him, panic. I also went back to my training. My coach, he always told me, use that move, it'll always work. So let's
give your coach a shout out. Who is your coach?
Coach Willie.
Coach Willie. And
yes,
coach
sir,
is at Fury, one of my good friends. Joe Ellis knows Fury, great place. So finish. Coach Willis, shout out Coach Willis.
Taught me that move when I was probably 10, 11.
Okay.
Always been in my toolbox, never really used it. I'm like, that'd be a good time to use it, test it out. Get on his toes, hit him with the one jab step, then a right left. Got him. He was gone. And then the ball was a little bit overthrown, so I had to hustle to it, make that dive and play, made it play look even better.
We always talk about, if you remember, I used to always tell you guys, you want to be quarterback friendly, right? And in that moment, you were quarterback friendly. He's not going to make every throw, but that was an amazing catch. Congratulations on getting that invite to that game. Looking forward to seeing you playing it. Awesome moment.
I also have a question for you. How did that make you feel when, you did that play very well?
I caught it. I heard everyone cheering. Got up. That's a great feeling. One of the best feelings in football you can have.
And you had a big cheerleader. If I saw the video, somebody yelling,
sir.
somebody
Coach
we
Brandon.
both know, right? Coach Brandon's
sir.
there cheering you on. Awesome moment, man. Awesome moment. All right, Kai, on you.
All right. For my first question, what does your training routine look like in a typical day? What do you do? Or, practices? Or, if you just have, a regular, training session?
Typical day. So there's two things I usually do in the morning. Wake up, shower. I wake up 5 in the morning, shower, brush my teeth at around 5:40. I get for my breakfast, since we're going to work out, I have a peanut butter sandwich, no jelly, no nothing, slice of bread and some peanut butter on it. Go down to the gym, work out with my high school. We get a good lift in from 6 to 7, good little hour lift. Get home. Shower again, get the sweat off me.
Absolutely.
I don't want to smell it.
Right, absolutely.
Get ready for school, eat a meal, so probably some eggs, bacon, and then on my way to school. After, I have workouts every Monday and Wednesday with my team, so those days I go to that after. If I don't, I'm doing speed and agility at the track, working some track speed.
Yep.
Or I'm running with my track team when we're practicing.
Nice. That's a pretty rigorous schedule, and most athletes probably take note. It takes work to be great. You said something, Ox, that was very kind of near and dear to my heart, and we just experienced it today. We had the opportunity to attend the African American Performance Coaches Association clinic. It was athletic trainers from all over the country. Dr. Frakes, he's the head of the nutrition program at LSU. And he spoke about how important your nutrition, your diet, and your rest and your routine is. So I'm happy to see at your age, you're already focused on your diet and nutrition already.
Yeah.
I'll send you some of the stuff that Doc gave us so you guys can see what goes into it. It's very cool to see. All right, my next question. What are your goals for the future, both athletically in your career and beyond? So what do you want to do in the future, sports-wise, athletic-wise, and then beyond that? What do you want to do, your goals?
Well, the obvious would be make it to the NFL.
Absolutely.
You know?
And save me a seat, right?
Of course.
Don't forget about me.
Well, if we're looking short term as of now, high school wise, I want to start as soon as possible, freshman if that's possible, make a name for myself, get out there.
I think you've made a name for yourself already off that Under Armour video.
Could always be better.
Yes.
College, Ohio State, big Ohio State fan. That's my dad.
I'll give you that, JD, that. All right.
Yes,
you know you're in
sir.
the LSU house right now, but go ahead.
Want to make it good college, have a good season. I want to win a national championship
Nice.
college. I feel that's a great feeling. And then after that, academically, I want to have a 4.0 from high school and up. Nothing less. Got to make good grades. Just in case football doesn't work out, I have something to lean back on. Some academics and get a good job.
Absolutely.
Can we talk about your 3.9 GPA?
Yes. All right. You 3.9. Good call.
3.9. Not a 4.0, so it could be better. I
Very
think
good,
the
though.
aspect, though, the 3.9 comes in social studies. Social studies is a hard class.
Is
for
it?
me.
And you're taking any honors
All
social studies,
honors
right?
and
That's
then high
important to
school
note, right?
Spanish. Yes, sir. But yeah, academics wise, want a 4.0, high and above. Want to make it to the NFL. I want to be in the Hall of Fame, have my name.
We've
best
been there,
wide receiver.
right?
Yes, sir. Want to be the best wide receiver ever played in the game. People could say my name, little kids. So I want people to look up to me, you know?
I love it. Now, before you move on, because I want to hear beyond, right? After, the question was beyond. But when you said, you just made me think of something else. Best wide receiver ever. Who's your best wide receiver ever now? Like when you think about your GOAT, somebody you want to mimic your game after. I know there's a lot, but who's yours?
Randy Moss.
Randy Moss is yours.
Couldn't be stopped.
Couldn't be stopped. All right. I like it. So tell me a little bit about beyond. What's after football? What's some other aspirations you have outside of the NFL and being the greatest ever?
Honestly, I just want to do the things I never was able to do since I was playing football. So, like, go travel around the world, just spend my free time, spend my money, do stuff I'd like to do. I want to go to Japan one day.
Nice.
That seems really fun.
Did you know Coach lived in Japan for a year?
You did?
I lived in mainland Japan. My days in the Marines,
How was
I was
it?
stationed there. I tell people all the time, one of the most fascinating places you ever see. What I love about it, Ox, is that the people are super nice. And I want, because this is about you, but the cops don't carry guns. Just they're high tech. Food is fresh on the streets. Like Japan is. I would like to take them back one day. But yes, visit Japan when you get a chance.
All right, my question is, how do you maintain focus and mental toughness during a high pressure situation? Like that could be during like your track meets, your baseball games, and of course football.
So, a high pressure situation for me, usually, I see good competition. I'm like, wow, this guy's pretty good. My one coach told me this. It might have been you, I'm pretty sure.
It was a wise guy. It was me.
Probably. Take deep breaths, a lot of deep breaths. Focus. Got to calm your nerves down because if you're too nervous, it won't work out for you. Also, I've learned kickoffs. Coach Archie told me this one. When you get a kickoff, breathe in and then breathe out as soon as you catch it. That helps you focus right
Yes.
away.
Shout out Coach Archie.
Yes, sir.
Great tip there. Okay. This one, Matt, is for me. I know your family. If I have an opportunity to coach you, and I always tell people it's an opportunity. And let me say this for people that don't know about Madoxx Ox Davis. And I've coached 10 years. I've been coaching youth football in high school and seen some amazing athletes. But people would always ask me about you when we had you for those 2 years. Man, what about Ox? And I would always tell them, as an athlete, I think the biggest compliment you can give someone is when you talk about their work ethic and their discipline. You always want to finish first in suicides. I'll tell you a quick story to you. I don't know if you remember this. We're in Ohio at the Hall of Fame game, and we stopped at Golden Corral to eat. And that's a Friday. We don't play till Saturday. And I don't know if you remember this. All the kids are being kids, right? We all, Golden Corral has ice cream and all the different treats. And the kids are eating. And all of a sudden, me, Coach Mark, a bunch of us sitting at the table, Ox comes out of nowhere. Coach, what are they doing? Like, they're over there eating fruits and dessert. We got a game tomorrow. And we just tripped out. But at that age, you were serious about your nutrition and your focus, and it says where you're going and where you want to be. Go ahead,
I want to thank my mom and my dad for that.
Yes, and we'll get to them in a
always been
second.
up on me for that.
I also remember the practices, the games, like you were the first one to finish the drills, or like you were always like ready to?
I mean, that's really just like, that's coming from me. I don't like losing in any aspects. Any game you put me on, any sport, anything, I want to be first, want to win.
Okay. My next question is, how do you handle nerves or anxiety before a competition, whether it's track, baseball, and football?
Before the competition, wow. So in terms of football, you know, you kind of get the nerves. Nerves come out as soon as you get hit or you hit someone. Then you're like, okay, let's go. Got this rolling. Track, you don't really, it's during when I stretch. I kind of calm myself down, work on my form, feel good about it. It's really just a good feeling. You got to get a good feeling about what you're going to do. It's all in stretching. If you have a good stretch, you're going to have a good game. It's all about that.
Perfect. This one's a little personal to me. And you mentioned your dad and your mom. Tell us about the role your mom and dad and your family, the support system. And I see them at every game, from Tino, Jack, your dad, the dog. Tell us about how important their support is to your development and where you want to go.
Wow, that's basically everything. Without my mom, couldn't get anywhere. I'd be stuck at home, couldn't be able to go to practice. Without my dad, wow, he's on me about probably every aspect of sports and academics, from when it's running, 2 miles faster or catching this ball that was hard catch. He wants me to be the greatest possible person. My brothers, older brother especially, he really just pushed me. He always helped me out.
Shout out Tino.
Yes, sir. Shout out Tino. Like when I was 8, I used to play quarterback. I don't know if many people know this. He'd always go out to the field with me every single day and run routes for me, help me get better. So he helped out a lot. And my little brother, he's my greatest supporter. Every single game, good luck, Madoxx. Hope you have a good game. And that's just, they're everything when it comes to sports.
Yeah, that warms my heart. And Jackson, man. Jackson, we looking for you when your time's up, wherever he's at. We need to make sure Jackson gets a seat on the show as well.
At least me, my next question. My question was what motivates you, but is that like your family what motivates you and keeps pushing?
I think my little brother and my mom, greatest motivator. If you ever see a video, like my highlight films, if you don't hear the music, you can hear my mom, go Madoxx, let's go, that's my baby, every single time.
All right, what is tell us about your most memorable career moment, and it can be in your career so far, and you've had a very good career. But we haven't even got to baseball yet, right? That you played awesome. But tell us about your most memorable career moment, and if it isn't that, it can be a family moment, a trip moment. But what is your most memorable moment?
Wow, that's a lot. There's been a lot of things that have happened that are great. I want to say I was 8. This was in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Yep.
We had our game. We were tied. No, we were losing. We were down by 6. There were 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We were at maybe the 50, 60-yard line. Got a jet sweep. Got the game-winning touchdown. That was the greatest feeling. Everyone was happy. That was just a great feeling. Also, I want to say, went down to Colorado with my 7-on-7 team. Shout out Hustle Link. We met Deion Sanders.
Yes.
That was a great opportunity to just get some knowledge on NFL,
Just a good moment.
Yeah.
How was it meeting? Well, first of all, shout out Hustle and Coach Tone and everybody over there. You played. That's a heck of a team. I mean, that's probably all those guys. So Hustle Link, if you're watching this and you want to sit in that seat, we want to get you guys in here. But that's a awesome team of just talent. How is it playing with that group of guys, and what has that done for your game with those guys?
They're a fun group. They're really fun to be around. Fast pace. It's great competition whenever we practice. Great competition whenever we play teams. And we have some good coaches too. I want to shout out Coach Chad. He is a really good coach when it comes to being disciplined and getting prepared for games.
Absolutely.
Because during practice, sometimes they want to mess around, full off. Coach Chad doesn't let it slide. Nope.
Shout out Coach Chad with discipline.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about, before I let you go, Kyler, real quick, tell me about the aura of Coach Prime. I remember seeing a picture and you were next to him. What was it like? I mean, we all see him from afar, but what was it like being close to Coach Prime?
It was like, I kind of felt like a really positive vibe hanging around him. He was like a great person. I mean, he's just like any of us. He's just a human after all.
Right.
But he's like a great person, really nice. And you could tell he had like a passion for the game. He's really serious about it, although with us, he was still serious about it.
Right. Awesome. Good to hear.
All right. If you could sit and talk to anyone in the world, anyone of your choice, who would you talk to?
I'm going to have to go with my greatest idol, Tom Brady, greatest person to play football. That's pretty blatantly obvious.
Has Tom Brady, inspired you in some way?
first person I ever watched growing up playing football. Always used to love watching him, and I still love watching him up until he retired 2 years ago, I believe. But yeah, he's a great person, great leader. That's what I want to be. I want to be like him. Great leader. Bring up your teammates, and keep everyone happy, positive. It's how you win games. It's not team sport, not a solo sport. So you got to have your teammates with you.
Awesome.
All right, that's a great one.
I want to take a step back and go back a little bit because when I had the opportunity to coach you, you was coming from, your mom always represent Hoboken. Am I saying it correctly? Mm-hmm. But you played for a awesome program up there. I think it's the Brick City Lions, right? Coach Nas and those guys, just awesome. We followed them. We played them one time. Awesome program at Brick City. Let's talk about that experience and what did the Brick City do for your roots? Because when I got you, you were a quarterback, and so could you talk about that? First, the Brick City experience, Hoboken experience, and then I want to talk about the transition from quarterback to receiver.
So Brick City, they were my first travel team. So that was when I really started seeing like competition, because travel football, it's a lot better when you're younger. I played quarterback, yeah. Wow. I used to train like crazy to get down my throws and everything. And also with Brick City, that's like the first team I really felt a connection with. Like I was close with them. Since I was quarterback, my mom and my dad, they wanted me to be able to bond with them. We'd have all our receivers and some linemen have a big sleepover at my house day before the game. Do some training in the morning. Build that connection, because that's what you need, especially when you're quarterback. So basically, that's like my childhood.
Yes.
Brick City.
Brick City. Could you talk a little bit about Coach Nas and all those guys and what they meant to you?
Coach Nas, he's a good coach. Great coach. A lot of people know his name. He has a lot of fame. He's never really coached. He's always with the older kids. But the times that I did see him, he's really nice. Nicest person ever. Very good coach. Serious about the game. And he genuinely wants all of us to do better.
Awesome.
So would you say he help you get a better perspective on football?
Let's talk about the transition from quarterback to receiver. And which one do you like more? Obviously, you love being a receiver now. That's probably. What was that transition like?
Wow. So I remember that practice like it was yesterday. You guys, I came in. I was playing quarterback, and at the end, it's you, I'm pretty sure. You walked up, you're like, he looks like a receiver. I think he should play some receiver. That night when we got home, I was like crying to my dad. I was like, I don't want to play receiver. I like quarterback. I hated it at first. After a while, I'm like, it's kind of fun. And I used to think when I could only lead the team at quarterback. That's what I always thought. That was my mindset. I was like, no, you could be a leader in any position. It just matters. You bring up your teammates, and you have to have the best attitude on the team. So, yeah, that was a big switch because I trained 4 years of my life quarterback, and just all of a sudden a switch to receiver. But I think that was the best possible change for me, because now.
Shout out to Coach Darius for that.
Yes, sir.
Me and Coach Archie, when we saw you, we was thinking to ourselves, there's no way we can pigeonhole you just to that one position. Especially in youth football, right? You don't only have so many players. We had Declan. Declan was a good quarterback that could get you the ball. So we figured, man, we can do so much with this guy other than just being at the quarterback position. So we made that switch.
Awesome. So let's start getting into more, maybe your track, maybe.
Okay.
We'll talk more about your track. So let's see. What's your favorite
event
to run?
100-meter. It's the shortest, fastest. Anything.
So you don't like that 400, huh?
No, I don't like long distance. I consider 200 long.
Right.
But yeah, 100-meter, because that works your explosiveness. I'm a quick person. I like to say so myself. So that's a very beneficial event for me.
Got it.
All right.
You want to touch on baseball? Let's talk.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about baseball.
You're a phenomenal baseball player. I didn't hear you talk much about it. How is that going? Are you still pursuing baseball? Or
Yeah. Same team I've been with for 3 years. East Colborne, shout out to them. Shout out Coach Ryan.
Absolutely.
They're a fun group to be around. Baseball is one of the, other than football, of course, such a fun team to be around. Mm-hmm. It's very positive, and it's a hard sport. It's a mentally tiring sport. Yeah. Really tough. If you struck out, if you get mad, you're just going to strike out again. It's going to endless cycle. Kind of in football, I can get mad and just go take
hit
someone's
somebody,
head
right?
off.
Absolutely, yeah.
Baseball, I can't really do that. I got to calm myself down, hit the ball next time. So, yeah, it's great on the mentally tough part. I have to keep a positive attitude or else I want to perform well. And
that's important. Before you go, Kyle, that's important that a lot of young athletes, I hope they get, we talking about the intangible things, that mental toughness. I've always preached that to my kids. I preach to my family and any kids I coached about how important it is to be mentally tough. If you can overcome things mentally, it just increases the chance of your success. So I'm glad you're embracing that. You understand it, and that's going to take you a long way.
Mind is a powerful thing.
Yes, it is. Say that one more time. Mind is a powerful thing. I couldn't agree more.
I agree with you. Like, I'm a competitive swimmer, so like we'll be doing races during practice, and like you'll be like they'll put you next to like someone that's like close to your speed and like almost the same height. It's like when you lose or like when you're just going so fast, but you always have to like and like if you don't win, it's always like calm yourself down because you can't just be like arguing with someone.
Always another rep.
Always another rep. So as we transition here, I want to know some of your personal things that we got the sports stuff now.
Yeah.
But we hear that you're a pretty good cook.
Yes.
What are you cooking these days?
Wow.
You're pretty good. Is that true or not? We've seen some videos of you cooking.
What is your favorite dish?
Because Kaiser, she's a cook too. She's a chef too now.
So, favorite dish to cook, pasta. That's my favorite food.
Me too.
It's simple, delicious, and
you
there's
can-
so many different variants you can make.
Yeah, you can like do different things. With
Also,
it.
I want to go off the variants part. I've always asked this question to people, and they always give a weird answer. If there's one food you could eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
That is a phenomenal question. Ox and I can't answer because I'm a foodie. So
Okay.
You go.
I think I'd actually have to go with pasta because you could like change it up. Like you don't have to. There's so many like different variations like of it. So like
I would say potatoes.
Potatoes. What kind of potatoes though? Mashed.
That's
Like
the
how
thing.
would you want?
It's
Just potatoes. Period.
So you can make whatever you want with them. There's like
Okay.
163 different things you can make with them.
yes.
But yeah, cooking, I love it's like fun to do.
Right.
I play some music, especially in the morning. If I'm like feeling good after a workout, play some music, throw some eggs, make me a little sandwich. I remember when I was younger, when we have these big sleepovers, right? They'd always be asking me, Madoxx, can you make that one burrito you make? Make that breakfast burrito. So I'd be up there for an hour or two, making 5 or 6 orders of breakfast burritos. And they loved them. They were good. I'll give them that. And one point, my mom signed me up for a MasterChef Junior.
Nice.
And I was planning on going to it, but we had to be in California for 3 months for the TV shooting and everything.
Gotcha.
So that didn't really work out with football, which sucks. But great opportunity.
Awesome. Absolutely was.
I feel like you would have done great on that show.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Max.
I was going to say, I try to pursue a little, what do you call them? Like a vlogging career when it comes to cooking. But I was like, no. I still cook all the time. I just don't record it anymore.
This one records everything. It's always something she made fresh guacamole yesterday, so it was pretty. That was your best one, by the way.
It was.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that one.
I think one thing I could change. It was very like chunky.
My favorite 2 things I've made had to be, I made these lemon pepper wings.
Nice. Josh is a big lemon pepper guy. He's
Yeah.
out there. American.
Greatest seasoning
Yes,
ever.
yeah.
Those were really good. I also made homemade McDonald's chicken nuggets with my own sweet and sour sauce. That was great. And my mom, she always thought I should pursue a career in cooking if football doesn't work out. So she would like lay steak, asparagus, this and that on the counter and be like, gotta make something with it.
Easy enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Had to be creative
We got
sometimes.
this Ox food truck coming. I want to talk before we close. You're wearing your B2C sweater and Kai read off your accolades and such a great night. Tell us what it is. I mean, you've been on that stage several times, wide receiver of the year. Tell us how was it again to get that career award. Shout out to Coach. Shout out to Alex. Always putting on a great gala. Always representing the kids. So tell us about that moment and just what has the B2C meant to you.
So this year, it felt 20 times better than every other year because the career award is which I won. Basically means I've been like a top player in Georgia for the past couple years. I've had great seasons. So it's like hard work's paying off.
Absolutely.
You know? And also last year, that was like the worst feeling ever because I went down there. I didn't win anything. That motivated me to push myself and be better, be a better version of myself.
Take notes, young athletes.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I heard you were like, I heard you're going to All-American.
Under Armour,
Under Armour.
the All-American game. You got a ticket, correct?
I won the MVP.
The MVP.
Yeah.
Got it. MVP award. Okay.
I think they do have a freshman one, though. I'm pretty sure.
They do. I think they
Yeah.
do. We could be wrong, but that's what I think our research said. Okay. So great. The gala, awesome experience.
Yes. Great experience for any young athlete. If you want to, it's like an official award, I guess. Like, that's like, you're good.
Well, we're closing, Doc. So a couple things for you. We always want to leave some advice, right? What would you tell, you want to go?
Oh, I was just saying, and we always want you to tell us like your favorite quote.
We'll get your favorite quote if you have one, but we want to know, what would you tell yourself? Because this is what we want to do. We want to play this back to you in a few years, right? We send this to you. What would you tell your future self? So what would you want when you get somewhere in the next 5 years or get to college? What would you want that person to know 5 years from now?
Never stop working.
Love it.
Keep going, no matter how hard it gets. Push past it and keep going.
Love it. Love it. I was just saying, Kyla, we were just practicing the other night, and she asked me for, what words of encouragement I would give to people, and I say the exact same thing. No matter where you're at, keep grinding, keep fighting. Like you said, you didn't get that award last year. You keep fighting, you keep battling.
It always gets better.
And it always gets better, right? You keep that mentality. Athletes out there, you're going to be fine.
And that mental toughness.
So anything else you want to ask Ox before we close?
I think I'm good, but what's your favorite quote?
My favorite quote, this one. Shout out Coach Darius.
Shout out Coach Darius.
Give a man a fish, he'll be full for a day. Teach a man how to fish, and he'll be full for the rest of his life.
Love it. What does that mean to you?
So, it's like you as a coach, you coach us. You're teaching us. You're not only coaching us football. Sorry, you're giving us life advice. Football, great game, gives you life advice. But especially like you and two other coaches I've had, greatest coaches I've met. They're not only like there for football. They're not going to teach you just how to be a good football player. Y'all are giving us tools we can use in our life, such as this.
Absolutely, Ox. I can't say enough, man. We're looking for everyone we coach. As you know, I'm a big supporter. Every kid is going to step in here. We're going to support. We're going to give everything we can. We're using this platform to do just that. We want to give you skills. You mentioned your toolbox earlier. We want you now. We hope someone sees this, some brand, somebody that's looking for an influencer, and they see that you can speak properly. You're not afraid of the camera. This is what this show is about, to get you guys knowledge and information that's going to help you out. We're going to close with this right here. This is our last question, unless Kai has nothing else. What question do you have for me? We want to end it with that.
Wow, what questions do I have? What got you into coaching football?
Phenomenal question. What got me into coaching? Ox, I love the game. I love football. I love all sports. I was a basketball player too, but I was only 5'9". Went into the Marines and had a career, met some good mentors. My mom, I shout out to my mom. My mom was always in the service. She was always in the giving back and taking care of people and stuff like that. So I think it's naturally ingrained in me to give back.
Yeah,
but I also saw there was a need for somebody with my skill set. You know me, I was never been about, it's about you were the best player, but I treated you just like no different than the worst player, right? I believe that coaching just gives us opportunity to give back, so that to be able to coach kids and to give them more than just the X's and O's, to give them, the intangible things that you're going to need, understanding self-confidence, mental toughness, understanding the right attitude, the right effort. I wanted to give that, and I saw a gap. I saw a gap in the coaching industry, and I felt I had something to give. So it'd have been shame on me not to get into coaching and get involved to try to be the difference.
Thank you for the wisdom.
Absolutely. Well, that's a wrap, y'all. Ox Davis, thanks for being with us.
All right, bye, guys. See you guys next time.
Remember to what?
Follow, like, and subscribe all of our social medias, and they're actually right back there. So make sure you guys go check them out.
See y'all next time. Peace.